Okay, so one of the things that I experienced and is the back and how to heal the back, how to get the back stronger is a very big concern. So it's we need. So basically, what really affects the back is one, your sitting posture, your sitting position is very very important. If you have any back issue, especially if you have something like spasms and everything, then the uh, okay join, it's for back pain only. So basically, somebody was just told me I cannot join today because I have a back pain. So I said, please join. It is for back pain, right? so, so we'll talk about the back. Mhm. Um, so healing the back. So how do you heal? So one of the things that um, aggravates back. So you have to understand two things that aggravate the back. So the air pressure. So vayu, vat. Okay. So vata is very, if you have aggravated vat, if you have an aggravated, if your eating produces more air, more gas, right? Can we list some of the common foods that increase vat, that increase the heaviness in the body?
Potato.
Potato, yes, excellent.
Broccoli.
Broccoli also, but worse than broccoli is the father of broccoli. Who is that?
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower, yes. Cauliflower is the father of gas, right? So, broccoli, then we have, cauliflower, potato. Then what else? Which is our favorite food in the festivals?
Sweet, sugar.
It's
Sugar, yes. Along with that,
Paneer.
paneer. Paneer is the deity of the heaviness. Hmm? So basically, what happens is the more you increase vat, the vat increases. Most see kapha and pitta are lame. So if you have kapha and pitta imbalance, they are lame. For example, if you have acidity, so what imbalance is that?
Pitta.
Pitta, right? It is pitta imbalance. So you are eating foods that are converting into heavy pitta. Pitta is aggravated, but pitta will not affect you as much as it should if vata is also not aggravated, right? What is the top reason for aggravation of vata? What are the top two reasons? You can say they go hand in hand. Top reason.
sorry, Prabhuji, I missed the question.
So what is the two top reasons for aggravation of vata?
Milk, Prabhuji?
Milk, not really.
Overeating? Overeating?
Overeating, yes, but along with that, two other habits. Overeating, yeah, we said already food, we already discussed the kind of foods that aggravate vata. It is lack of rest, lack of proper sleep. So if you sleep less, especially when you are doing sadhana, vata aggravates. Second thing that aggravates vata is anxiety. too much worry, right? You should chant Hari and don't worry, right? Because if you do too much worry, then then only stress. So too much worry, because what happens is with worry, when you remember that mind, when it is in anxiety, we always have the fear, right? And fear, you know, today people are obese, stressed, all that is the first chemical, the first feeling that they have is fear. Fear is killing. No, but fear, because of fear, you do things which you shouldn't be doing. You do extreme things because of fear. So anxiety should be, you should just let things happen. You should just let things happen. Your growth, everything, it'll all come. That is why we need philosophy. That's why we need surrender unto God. So that is why they are an integral part of yoga practice. If somebody thinks yoga is just asana, no. Asana, along with that, just like we know Durvasa Muni, he ran to Vaikunta also. Right? He went to Vaikunta in complete anxiety. So what is the use of going in front of Vishnu when you are in complete anxiety? So health also means a calm mind. The definition of health in Charaka Samhita, samadosha samagnischa samadhatu malakriyaha prasanna atmendriya manaha swastha ityabhidhiyate. So he says, samadosha, kapha pitta vata should be balanced, number one. Samagnischa, your agni should be balanced. We have 7 agnis. Samadhatu, so we have 7 dhatus. They should be balanced. Malakriyaha, and there should be no constipation and things. You should completely throw out all waste in the body. Prasanna atmendriya manaha. The mind should become prasanna. The mind should be free from anxiety. That is a sign of good health. Okay? When you are always tensed, that means some physical problem will follow you in the near future when you are too tensed. So we have to relax. So that is one aspect of yoga, to relax, to let go of things. There are so many things which you cannot control, right? For example, for every husband, what he cannot control, he cannot control.
Why?
So why? So yesterday somebody was saying, I was listening, it was a nice joke. He said, why are you disappointed in life? Because you think you will make the wife happy. So your expectation itself is wrong. If you don't set that expectation at all, then you will be happy. So basically, we should learn to let go of things and focus and control what we can, right? So we have to control ourselves first. So the back, when it is paining, why I want to list the reasons is, one is posture, okay, for the back. Second, diet. And third is anxiety accelerates, because the more the vata is accelerated in the body, it gives you pain. So we will go through today healing asanas for the back. Okay. So today I will just take you through a series. So sometimes what happens is, when we practice asanas, we can practice asanas, but then we end up with, sometimes due to lack of rest or some position issue, we end up hurting the back. And that's what happened to me last week. I was practicing some advanced pose, but then interestingly, it is the practice itself that healed me. Nothing else. I did not take any other medicine and things like that. The only thing I put was that Mahanarayan oil. But apart from that, it was only the practice of yoga itself that healed me. I did not need anything external. Okay. So we will start now. So I will show you few asanas, which is just for improving the back, the position. Okay. Just let me get my mat. I just left it here. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so we can, so I'll just move the computer so that I can show you a view. So first thing in healing the back is your position, is your sitting position. Okay. Now, to heal the back, the first sitting position that is very helpful is Vajrasana. Okay. So if we are able to sit in Vajrasana in general as much as you can, because this really, because here you can see the position here of the heel, you are touching the hamstring, the muscle here, okay, the touch. Then you are sitting back straight. This holds the back in its place. See, mostly all of us have a weak back. So if we are able to hold this, and not only hold this position, but do deep breathing. Now keep your back straight. So kind of, you are pushing this a little forward. So to heal the back. So anybody, so you have to just push this a little forward. Lift up the chest. The chest should be lifted. This is a very good position to heal the back. Strengthen the back also. So this not only heals your back, but it also strengthens you.
So we have to sit on the heel or between the heels?
On the heel. So you see the heel?
Yes.
It is touching here. So if you have a tight hamstring, or if you have a tight calf muscle, you might find this a little difficult. But then the only way to better it is by practice. So shorter time, longer time, but when you sit like this, breathe deeply. So why breathing deep is important? Because your body then sets into that position. Okay? It's a very, very important thing that we understand the subtle aspect. So you are touching here. Okay, that is one aspect. Back is straight. By the way, after the asana pranayam today, we will have also a special cooking show. So, so keep your back straight. The more you can hold. See, the thing is also this muscle, what is that? The foot. So this also needs to become strong. This is one of the ways this whole part is becoming strong. And eventually the strength for the back comes from here, all the way from the calf to the thigh and the back.
So Prabhuji, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, like in the evening, I saw a nerve trying to like swelling here and bulging out. And I had to tie a handkerchief to get rid of that pain yesterday entire night. What could be the reason of that?
What was that? Can you repeat the question?
So the nerve over here,
Okay.
the nerve over here is
Mm-hmm.
like it's popping out.
Mm-hmm.
So what could be the reason of that?
So that's the back.
Is this
The back. See, the more it loosens here, see, all your nerve endings are in the back. Okay, all your nerve endings. So if your back is weak, so that's your entire legs. This hangs from the muscles, from the nerves here. So that means the back is weak. So that is why this is the first sitting position. Okay. So the longer you are able to sit, okay, So this is one. The next sitting position that helps, the next sitting position is when you put the heel in the perineum. So you have to put it right at the perineum. Okay, at the perineum, lower. These are sitting positions I'm showing you, which are helping the back. Okay, and then some people can do it, some people cannot. If you put the heel in between here and the other heel at the perineum. So the perineum is what helps. So when you put it at the perineum with the back straight. This is the more you are able to sit, see, instead of sitting on sofa, if you practice sitting in these positions or even the chair, because if you have back issue, once you get it, you will aggravate it by the sitting position itself, and especially sitting on the sofa. And yesterday I was doing a yoga class for somebody and they said they had a severe back cramp because of sitting on the sofa watching some movie. Just one sitting there, if you already have some back issue, it will aggravate. So the heel, when you put at the perineum, it purifies the entire back. There is another way you can go further. Your heel, if you can go further, like the anus here, and literally sit like this. That is, if you are having severe back issues, you can sit with the little front. So your heel is actually, you are sitting on with the anus on the heel, with the back upright. So this is also very good for the back. One of the things that I noticed, your back, the pain skyrockets when you wake up in the morning. If your AC is very cold, if you have set your AC very cold or you are sleeping with a fan, because to heal the back, you need heat. It needs heat. Like yesterday, we went for photo shoot again to Red Rock Canyon, and I sat on a hot rock. The back felt so good. I was amazed that heat immediately heals you. And if you put the fan, it aggravates the pain, the cold. So in one sense, if you have pain in the body, heat is good. So these positions are very healing. So just to remind, we did Vajrasana. Then we did sitting in the heel in the perineum. And the next thing is sitting on the anus. So this is very good. So if you can keep your back straight. So if you have issues, if you want to, these act in both ways. One, they straighten the back, heal the pain. Second, they also strengthen the back. Okay. All right. So I will show you now asanas. These were the sitting asanas, postures to heal the back. The next asana that we are going to do for healing the back. So lie down on your belly. Okay. And hands below your shoulders. Okay. Now we will do the Shalabhasana. Now Shalabhasana, when I do, usually we put the hands below here. Okay, that's what we do in Shalabhasana. But today we are doing for healing. So we have to hold it here. And we have to lift the head just that little bit and lift the leg just a little. And the heels, you have to, don't lift it too much, just lift it very little and then project out. So you pull You are strengthening. Now hold. If you don't put it too high, just low. One leg at a time, then both the legs. Stretch. So when you stretch, the feet, you see the fingers, when you stretch outward. And if you have back issue, somebody can pull your leg. That will give you an even better effect. You are trying to pull the leg away. This is also a very good mechanism to strengthen the back. Now breathe deeply.
So chest is on the floor.
Yes. You are only lifting like the shoulder and the neck. Okay. Slowly come down. Now let's do the other leg. You have to pull. See the heel, you have to pull out. Don't lift it too high, don't lift it too much. And yeah. So you have to try to pull it away from your back. So this is how you heal. So you are strengthening here. This whole part, once it becomes strong, your back will become strong. Slowly come down. So now we will lift both the legs. Slow, okay? So we are in the healing mode. Okay. Just that little bit, and your heels. Bring it down. Okay, we can do it 2 times actually. So you have to stretch. So the main thing is to stretch. Again, lift up. You have to lift very little, but you have to stretch. Okay. Okay. The next one, with this, the next one, which we will do is the bridge pose. So in the bridge pose, we have to hold your hands below here. Okay. Lay down like this. Bring this closer. Okay. So this upper pull on the back. Okay. Like this. Don't hold your breath. You have to breathe freely. This is very good for healing the back. You're literally strengthening these whole muscles here around the back. All these muscles that run. But you have to put the weight on the foot. Now slowly stretch. Remember, you're breathing and calming down, because one of the reasons of aggravation pain is of aggravation of pain is anxiety. So if you breathe deeply, it will improve. Okay. All right. So we saw these two positions. So the next thing that will also help the back improve is Pavana Muktasana. So Pavana Muktasana is like this. So first we do one leg each, then we do both. So first one is this. Right leg, right foot you hold, clasp, and lift the head. First, you have to do it gently, everything, no jerk. If you're having for back, at some point in our day to day, we might get this. So learn to do everything softly, gently. Similarly, now do the left leg. Okay. And after the right and left leg, now we do both the legs. Now just be careful. Calmly hold it. Now lift.
Chetan.
Now feet. Just keep on breathing deeply. Then come down. Just hold for a few seconds. Now gradually relax. One of the things can also help is the fists. Keep the fists below. Just rest the feet, just rest the back on the fists. Just breathe deeply, relax. The more you relax, the better you get. Yoga is all about relaxing. Just lift up your back. Just practice lifting up a little bit. This is very good. Okay. The next one that is very beneficial for healing the back is but this you have to do slowly. So in this, the trick is to do the snake pose. This trick is, see the feet, okay? You have to push it forward, okay? When we do one mistake. When we do the snake pose, when we want to heal the back, when we do this, we just lift it. It's not like that. It's a general mistake we do if you want to really heal the back. So then what you have to do, look at the feet. So the feet, you have to push forward and then you have to kind of stretch. Then you will feel better. Because if you give a curved movement, and when you pull, that's when the back lengthens. You have to lengthen the back, not just bend it. You have to lengthen. So that's when you get a better traction in the back. And to lengthen the back, you have to push forward. That's when you get a good lengthening of the back. Then you breathe deeply. See, then it'll really help the back. You have to really lengthen it. You see the snake, it lengthens the back. Because if we just push it up like this, it is like putting the pressure on the back. But if you want to really heal it, then you have to lengthen the feet. Really lengthen it nicely. Okay. After that, come back gently, gently, gently. Now, keep the feet, like sink it into the muscle nicely, like
Prabhuji, if it doesn't sink properly, what might be the reason?
that's fine. Your body should come out. See, the thing is, it depends on your body also. So I'm not saying you do it this in one day. It takes time. But the way it is done.
Okay, but what do we need to do to get to that stage?
So the first thing is your belly should become lighter.
Okay.
So for the belly to be lighter, you have to eat less at night. See, any aches and pains in the body, it aggravates due to eating at night. Vata. Vata increases with night heavy eating. So if you want to improve, so then you have to reduce the night eating.
So Prabhuji, the knees are together or they are apart?
Together. And
But then the heels and hip is not touching each other, right?
heels and hip. No, touching.
How can we do both?
I'm doing. So the thing is here, to do this, to be able to see, the thing is, it's not able to touch because the lack of motion here, tightness. So for that, to improve that, see, usually Vajrasana you sit here. But to improve that, you can sit like this. Keeping it in the side. This is one way to improve that motion. It's almost like Bhekasana. This is like sitting like a frog. So you can keep the heels aside and practice sitting like this. So this will improve the motion with your thigh.
I'm getting
Trying to sit like this, but once you do this, then what happens? Your hamstring strengthens. Once your hamstrings are strengthened, then you can sit comfortably like this. That takes a bit of practice. So, what is most important today is the sitting postures are very, very important. Okay. So if you are able to sit properly, sit with back straight, sit in either of these, or to improve upon it, you just keep it apart and sink in between, sit in between. This is also one way to improve your motion with the thigh. Okay. Now another thing we see with the back is that we say when you have back issues, you should not bend forward. But interestingly, if you have a back injury, you can actually heal it with forward bending, but how? So when we do the second step of Surya Namaskar, I found that while doing Surya Namaskar itself, if you pull, so when I bend forward, okay, I am pulling here. Now imagine I am pulling from here. Okay, your focus should be like the hyperbolic bend from here. If you really want to improve your motion so that your back is always, you need to lengthen the back. So lengthening the back, so if you push the back right here, it won't work. So we have to pull from here, like we have to lengthen here. And we have to pull here. Of course, the lower back needs a little bit of stretching. And that is why, in order to get that, in Surya Namaskar, what we do is we bend the knee a little. So to improve the back, this can actually heal the back pain also. If we bend the knee and stretch here, right? So where I am pulling here, your entire weight is here. So what happens is, the more you strengthen here, your back overall improves. So bend the knee. So that is why in the second step of Surya Namaskar, we practice, because eventually once your hamstring is strong and flexible, then you can pull it straight and then bend straight. You see all those yoga people strengthening, but it is all, they have built the strength of the core and the back. Okay? But to build that, you need to bend a little bit and keep your body, like, on the thigh. Like this. So if we stretch properly, then the back is not aggravated. The back aggravates when I keep my legs straight. If you're having back injury, back pain, then I keep my legs straight and I bend forward straight. So that's when the back injury accelerates. However, when we bend and you pull here, like I pull from here, I'm very conscious of this. You have to build this muscle up. See, if this is weak, in the old age, we get varicose veins, right? So you have to build this up. So what you can do is, you can stretch, you can hold here and bend a little. So when you stretch here.
You're stretching hamstring or calf muscles? Hamstring.
Calf and the hamstring. You're basically pulling the hamstring, but the pull actually has to come from here, all the way from here. So your feet are pushing down. Okay, you have to sink in. You have to make this like really sink in. That is for steadiness. And When this is down, then you pull this all the way from here. And you have to also breathe with the lower abdomen.
Can you check if I'm doing it correctly, Prabhu?
Okay, one second. I sunk into it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you have to stretch. So everybody is able to do?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhu.
Right? You see that difference, right? In the stretch. It's important. So if we know, the idea is, if you understand this properly, so to do the Surya Namaskara right, to do yoga in the long term, you should protect your back. You should strengthen the back. So that is why, even for good health, you need to strengthen the back. So if you take care of these, then when you do Surya Namaskar, everything, if you are careful in strengthening. Now, I will show you, along with the sitting position, I will show you one mudra for healing the back. Okay. Now, we are sitting. So this is called as Meru Danda Mudra. So you can sit in any sitting position. So I will sit either with the perineum or sit on the what do you call the anus. You can sit in any of that. I will sit in Siddhasana. So you can sit in Vajrasana or any comfortable sitting position with the back. Okay. To strengthen the back, to heal the back. So this is called as Meru Danda Mudra. So it has two varieties. So this is for healing the back and strengthening the back both. So this is Meru Danda Mudra. Meru Danda means the back is the Meru Danda. So it is the, like the rod, which Meru Danda, the central rod around which the whole body is built. So you have to hold it straight up, back straight. Just breathe deeply. Lengthen the back, straighten the back. Now, when you lengthen the back, your chest should be up. If you want your back to be strong in the long run, somebody whose back is strong, your chest is up, your rib cage, it is up. You cannot be like this, it has to be up. And then hold this mudra. So this strengthens the back. So if your back is strong, then all the other asanas will come. Lengthen the back. Open up the chest, like open it up. Continue to breathe deeply. So you will feel a difference when you lift up your rib cage and your back up. So you're literally lifting the rib cage, okay, in this Meru Danda position. Now the other variation of this Meru Danda is you clasp the hands and hold both the fingers. You have to just clasp the hands and now hold both the fingers like this. The thumbs up. Actually, thumbs up copied from Merudanda. Now lengthen the spine, lengthen the ribs. The more your ribs are, the more your spine is up, lengthening, the stronger it will be. Now we will do one purificatory mudra to purify the nerves. Okay, so that is called Shankha Mudra. So Shankha Mudra, your left hand. Okay, your left hand. Now the thumb of the left hand you clasp with the right hand. You hold like this. So this is called Shankha Mudra, conch, back straight. Breathe deeply. Now lengthen your spine. Keep your back straight. This purifies all the nerves. So actually any blockage in the back, spasms, breathe deeply. We will do this for 2 more minutes. So you have to meditate. So what do you have to meditate? So you have to meditate on your entire nervous system. Actually, in the heart, from the heart, you have to meditate on the entire body, all the prana, so all the airs. So in the entire body, all the airs are balancing your body. They are transporting food and thoughts, energy. So that is all prana. So when you hold this, it purifies the prana. So you have to meditate that your whole body is getting lighter. Just breathe deeply. One more minute. Okay, now once again do the Merudanda Mudra. Strengthen the back. Just tighten now. Now tighten nicely. Tighten, hold tight, hold nice. You can now release the hand. Okay. Now we will once again sit in Vajrasana. Now what we will focus on is this time, once you sit properly, see the back, you sit like this or like this. Okay. So make sure if you want to heal the back, you don't sit like this. You have to push up. You have to push up, push it front. Okay. So the back should be nicely curved like this, not like this. If you sit like this with the back lazy, this is where the back aggravates. You have to chest up, back nice curve. So this is where your back improves. Breathe deeply. And these two now, let's do Vayu Mudra, just to touch the fingertips. Balance. Okay. Now, the last we will do one healing technique with the mudra. So you can sit in any position. Now, just touch all the fingers. Touch all the fingers. Okay, you see, touch all the fingers. This is Samana Mudra. This increases healing heat. So hold like this for a few minutes. Just meditate on the tips of all the fingers. You see a energy generating there. So your body has a healing energy. Now slowly these two, keep it on your back where you want to heal the back. Huh?
So, Prabhuji, you put it like this in the back?
Same.
Okay. Okay.
With the fingers I touched here. Where I want it to heal on the back. So I'm healing the back today. Actually, the tips of your fingers, they have a very powerful energy point. But you have to be very silent, you have to be very calm to actually use it. The more your mind is agitated, all your disturbances will get worse. The more you're calm, So now you can do like this or fist like this, and you can gently massage the back where you want the healing. So massage should be round, round. That's how energy should be round, circulating round. Soft. So what happens is, few days you practice, some days you develop stiffness. So whenever you develop stiffness, don't push yourself, heal the back. Back is going to be centered. When back is pain, you cannot do anything. So gently massage yourself nicely, you'll feel calmness, healing. The more you heat you generate in your hands, in your fingers, it's better. One more asana I forgot, which will benefit you. When you're sitting in Vajrasana, to heal the back, keep it little behind and kind of lift up the back. Like you lift up your chest, kind of lengthen the back like this. This is also very beneficial. So you have to lengthen the back. You're opening up your shoulders completely. Opening up your rib cage, opening up your shoulder. You're lengthening the rib cage. Wow. Okay. All right. So this is a good routine for the back. So this serves two purposes. One, it heals the back. And not only that, it strengthens you. Okay, I'll share the link after the class. I've recorded it on YouTube. So this is very good for healing and strengthening the back. If you do this much on a regular basis, okay, main thing is breathe deeply and be calm. So when you're healing, you cannot take any agitation. You have to be really calm. That's why I shaved up, because you have to be calm. So the more hair you have, more stress. So you have to be very calm. Okay, so I will, so we have actually a cooking after this. Sundari is making something, healing diet. So any questions, comments on this?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Yes, I wanted to ask you about cervical spondylitis.
Cervical spondylitis.
So when you say strengthen the back, have you got any suggestion to strengthen the axis and atlas in the neck region?
These same things that we are doing now.
Part of spine.
Yeah. So this same thing that we are doing now, you have to do it little slowly. That's all. Depending on your pain level. Okay. The same asanas will help, except the Surya Namaskar second pose where you forward bend. So don't do that forward bend if you have cervical spondylitis. Apart from that, everything that I showed today, this will actually heal that. But the only thing is you have to breathe even slower and focus on every movement. Suppose when you lie down in the front and I'm lifting the leg, you do it really slow. You have to do it really slow. And if you have somebody to pull your leg, especially when you do the lie down on the stomach, right? If somebody can pull you a little bit, because that will lengthen. So basically you have to, what is happening in that is your nerve endings. So where the pain starts in the back is that your nerve endings are in the back, right? So when you pull and you lengthen the back, it is massaging the nerve endings. Otherwise, the nerve endings have been pushed, pinched by the back. Either because the muscles are weak or the back itself, your back. The second thing is one of the things that strengthens your calcium. You have to take calcium supplements, magnesium supplements for muscle, calcium supplements for bone, and like what I do, I take milk. Again, that depends on our health. I take milk and ghee at night. So I heat the milk, I put a spoon of ghee, and you drink it standing. That also reduces pain. Hot milk at night. Because one of the things, as I told you, the top reason for the back to aggravate the pain, when you eat too heavy at night, when you eat heavy stuff, if you already have aches and pains, eat light. Also use Mahanarayan oil. That's what I use. Let me show you. And especially after your practice, this is very good.
Where is it available, Prabhuji?
From where do we buy it?
This is Banyan Botanicals. You can get it from Amazon.
Okay.
Right. So Mahanarayan oil, good quality you get. I didn't see their manufacturing, but I used it and I found it very beneficial. So get this. It's very good for aches and pains and also muscular. See, the thing is, the pain can be because of two things. One, weak back. Second is weak muscles, muscle spasms, and bone itself is weak. So you need calcium supplements, you need muscle. And the way to strengthen the muscle is deep breathing, slow movement, oil, eat light. Your diet can heal you 50-60%. If we eat heavy, and especially our festivals are very heavy, fasting, then visiting, that is worse. So eat light, eat healthy, and you can see if you are constipated, if you are having headaches, that is all means your vata is aggravated, right? So you have to control vata. So to control vata, you do the vata control mudra, right? You have to do the vata control mudra, all these things. So this will help you.
Prabhuji, what about cartilage?
You mean to strengthen the cartilage? Or?
Yeah. If there is pain in the cartilage because of cartilages, what can we do?
Yeah, again, you need to build up the what do you call the bones cartilage, they should not be dry. Okay, so first of all you have to keep yourself hydrated. So that's why where the oil helps, because oil sinks into the muscle, into the skin, and kind of hydrates. Okay. Second is, the only way to heal is massage, is lengthening. Except if it is physically completely dysfunctional. See, even Krishnamacharya, let me give you this example. Age of 93, he broke his hip bone. He broke his hip bone at the age of 93. How did he heal it? On his bed itself, he did asanas and stretches. On his bed itself, he did asanas and stretches, and he healed himself. So it is just a question of applying it. So which part are you talking about, Amrita?
Knee.
Knee. Okay. So for the knee, you have to do the asanas where knees. See, this sitting position helps the knee. Okay. Second thing that helps the knee is also the warrior pose. Okay. Now, when you do the warrior pose, you have to like slowly, when you have pain, that asana you have to do slow, therapeutical. Okay. And for that part, you have to apply the oil also, because you need to lubricate and practice.
Okay.
Meditate, breathe deeply on that part, lubricate, heal.
Prabhuji, for
Thank
pain,
you.
For that,
foot pain, can we use that oil? Foot pain, feet.
foot pain, where foot?
Yeah.
Sole of the foot?
Yes, the back side.
Yeah. This pain is for muscles and joints. For any muscle, any joint, it will help. Except for brain damage. That it cannot. Everywhere else it will help. Okay? No, it helps everywhere. Generally, Mahanarayan is like, it's like Narayana. He'll help everywhere. Okay? All right. So any other questions, comments? So now we will have an Ayurvedic cooking. When you are fasting.
Any asanas you suggest, Prabhuji, for foot pain?
Foot pain means where?
The back side here.
Oh, here.
Yes.
Right. So
Heel.
basically, you have to learn to stretch. Okay? The foot. So the point is, you see, if it is here, then you have to strengthen here.
Okay.
Okay? So when you pull, so whenever we are doing this pull, we are pulling it here, right? So this is where it is healing. So you have to pull. So pull. So when you pull, gradually. Okay? Then even when you do this Vajrasana, okay, you are strengthening. You take a little bit effort, but it will strengthen. So you have to strengthen it. That's the only way. Okay. In the beginning, you can take some help like this, but then gradually sit down, strengthen. So strength. So it is pushed both ways, pulled and pushed both ways. So this part. And another thing you have to strengthen the foot is also by balancing posture. So the balancing posture for your long term also, for asanas, like today also I was seeing, I have a flat foot. So balancing is tough. So I had to practice, I still have to practice. So gradually you lift. Leg should not sink in. So you should practice like just lift. You know, you have to strengthen the feet. You have to focus on the balance. Okay? This is one of the ways you strengthen the feet, all the muscles. You have to learn to hold this long. Then, as you strengthen the muscle, the feet itself. So in this way, you have to strengthen. Okay? So basically, to heal, you need to strengthen. Okay?
Okay.
Pain means it is weak or there is some rupture. Rupture, it takes more healing. But pain means in general it is weak. So it needs strengthening. Okay. All right. So any other comments, questions? We'll go for the cooking now. Okay.